This conference will now be recorded.
So we are with definition of class object and declaration of a class, how to use a class by creating an object. We have seen a couple of examples for that, right? So let us see. We have declared some variables in the class also. So what are the different types of variables and how we can use them? Let us see today. Okay. So I can say class variables, types of variables, or I can say types of variables in class. I'm audible, okay? And my screen is visible to everyone, right? Please confirm. Okay, good. So we have already seen a couple of examples, but let us see theoretically also, okay? So we have instance variables, we have static variables, okay? Instance variables. Instance variables also we can say object level variables. They are object level. Static variables also known as class level variables. And we can say local variables. Local variables is actually a convention. They are like normal static variables only, but their scope is limited to a specific function or a method. Okay, so these are three types of variables. Let us see how to use them. For each one, how to declare a instance variable, how to use it, and what is the scope of it. Like that, we'll try to see what is instance variable, static variable, and local variable. We have already seen some examples of static, instance variables. Okay, the variables, whatever we are using with the keyword self, they are known as instance variables. They are known as instance variables. They are specific to that instance only. They are available with a specific instance only. Where you can declare instance variables, you can declare instance variable inside a constructor or inside a instance method. Where you can declare instance variables, you can declare under constructor and instance method. Two places are there. Okay, so we can declare an instance variable under a constructor. We can declare a instance variable under instance method. How can I know whether it is a instance method or non-instance method? Okay, it's very simple. For instance methods, we pass the object as a self. Okay, if you are passing self to one method, that method is nothing but an instance method. Okay, let us see with examples, so that you'll get a better understanding. Okay, let me add a couple of files. As we do, add new Python file. So let us see variables like I'll say mm, variables one, for example. Let me write one class, maybe class student. I'll say I'll create one constructor, self dot first name equals to, say, SLC, self dot last name equals to training. I have given something. Okay, where I have declared the variables, I have declared the variables inside a constructor. Inside a constructor, I have declared the variables. Yes, right. So how to use them? Say for example, I'll create an object for this student class. How to create an object? You have to provide the object name and equals to the class name with the parentheses you have to provide. Okay, you have to remember this way. This is your class declaration. In this class declaration, you have only one constructor. You don't have any other methods. This is declaration area. This is consumer area. That might be in the same file or that might be in another file also. Sometimes you may have to import class from another package and you may be creating an object for that one. how to import package and all we will be learning in the later sessions. Okay, this is your consuming area, this is your declaration area. Okay, right. Now how many variables are there with my object S? I have two variables, first name and last name. Okay, if I want to print them, I can print them like S dot first name and S dot print S dot S dot last name. Okay, if I run this, I'll see SLC and training. Okay, SLC and training. Okay, for example, if you want to see what are the variables available in a class, okay, instead of writing every variable like this, we have another way also. Okay, that is object name dot dictionary. You can say dot dict. So what it will give is it will give all the variables along with their values as a dictionary. So see here, we can see first name as SLC, last name as training. They are key value pairs and it is a collection. So we can see them. Okay. So if you want to get all the variables and its data with a single print statement, you can use print object name dot underscore underscore dictionary. This will print all the data. Okay. Say for example, here the point to remember is the values we provided are specific to that instance only. They are instance variables, so they are specific to the instance. If you create another instance, the values may be varying. Like I'll create one more object s1 equals to student. Okay, s1 equals to student. So print s1 dot dictionary. Okay, for now I may get the same values. Say for example, if I say s1 dot last name equals to Python, s1 dot last name equals to Python. I have mentioned like this. What happens now if I run this? See here, SLC Python came. For S1 object, I got SLC and Python instead of training. Okay, they are specific to that instance. So what are the values you are giving for S, if you are providing first name and last name SLC training, they belongs to S only. For S1, if you provide SLC and Python, they belongs to S1 only. Like the student example we have seen. So each student will have their own specific properties, specific data. They will have different names. They will have different batches, different uh, courses like that. Okay. So instance variables are specific to an instance that we have to remember. Okay, let me remove this for now. Okay, so where we can declare the variables, where we can create the instance variables, that is what we are discussing, right? So actually I have to add one more area, instance method, uh, where we can declare under constructor, declare under instance method, using object also, using object also we can do that. Let me write. Okay, using constructor we have declared the variables here. If you see here, using constructor, first name and last name I have declared here. Of course for now I have hard coded the values here, but in real time we don't have the hard coded values. That might be coming from a constructor variables, constructor parameters, or somehow we will get. Okay, so this is one way, like declaring variables using constructor, using constructor. Okay, next I said using instance method also we can declare variables. Using instance method also we can declare a variable. Say define, say maybe uh, some uh, set course, I'll say for example set course. Okay, self dot course, self dot course equals to Python. Okay, what happens now if I execute this program? What is the output I'll get? So will I get first name last name, or will I get first name last name and course also? Any guess? Are you able to follow? Guys, any guess? I'm expecting an answer. Only Python will get. What else? What else we will get? It gives everything. What else? First name SLC, course Python, Rajesh. Okay, so the thing here is all the variables we will get. Okay, no. Okay, uh, I think first example is clear to everyone. Constructor, using constructor, how to declare a variables. Yes, we have declared two variables, instance-based variables. When you create a constructor, automatically this method will be executed. So these two variables will be declared and these two values will be assigned. We don't have any issue here. Okay, I have created one instance method. Okay, using instance method. Okay, so how can I say it is a instance method? Instance method means object based method. How can I say that? Because I am passing self as a parameter here to a method in Python class. If you are passing self as a parameter, that is nothing but instance method. Okay, using instance method, I am saying self dot course equals to Python. Okay, if this method is executed, this line will be executed and I'll get one more variable called course with value Python. Okay, this method is not executed at, we haven't called that method, and automatically also it will not be executed. Okay, but coming to constructor, when you are declaring a object s equals to student, this will be automatically executed. When you are calling, when you are creating an object, constructor will be called automatically, and whatever the statements you have mentioned in the constructor will be executed. So if I run this, I'll get only first name and last name. See here, I got first name and last name only. Say for example, here I will call the method s dot set course. Okay, s dot set course. I called this method now. So what happens now? When line number 11 executed, constructor will be executed. When line number 12 gets executed, this method set course method will be executed. What we have written here, self.course equals to Python. We are declaring one more object related variable or instance variable we are declaring, and we are providing a value. So one more variable will be added to our object s. Okay, for our object s. So if I run this, now I'll get three variables here. See here, first name SLC, last name training, course equals to Python. Okay, these are all related to object S only, that you have to remember. These are all instance based variables and they belongs to variable S only. Okay, say for example, third way, we have seen two ways. Okay, third way, using object also we can declare variables. Let us see whether it works or not. I'll say start location equals to Hyderabad. Will it work? If I run this, see here, the last one, location equals to Hyderabad. I got location equals to Hyderabad also. Okay, there are three ways we can declare instance variables using object. Okay, three ways we can declare objects, I mean variables in the instance variables in the class. One way is using a constructor. So in the constructor, you have to write self dot variable name and the values. Okay. Another way is using instance method. Okay, you have to write the method using the self dot variable name and you have to provide the value whatever. Okay, third way is after creating the object also, object dot new variable name equals to value. Okay, here I have hard coded, just remember, just for our easy understanding only, I'm hard coding the values here, but in real time you may have to take a variable from the user input, data from the user input as a variable, and you have to assign it. Okay, that way you have to understand. So here if you see, I got three ways and I got three ways to uh, initialize the instance variables. Okay, let me write one more statement here. Say s2 equals to student. Okay, I'm creating another object and I'll say print s2 dot dictionary, s2 dot dictionary. What would be the output for my line number 18? Any guess? Ganesh, uh, in this example, set course is not defined as a constructor because it is not placed between the underscore. Uh, Remember one thing, constructor, we will have only one constructor in a class. Okay, constructor means underscore underscore in it only. Okay, here underscore underscore, if you provide another name, this is not the constructor. Okay, this is not the constructor. In Python, we have a constructor like this, init only. Come on, init. Okay, okay. This is the constructor. In class, if you have a method called underscore underscore init underscore underscore, this is the constructor. Even if you provide underscore underscore another name and underscore underscore, that's not a constructor. The constructor has a fixed name in Python. This is the fixed name in it. Okay. In another programming language, we will have the constructor name as class name. We use the class name as a constructor name. Set course is a just a method. It's not a constructor. It's normal method. Okay. Clear. Next, hope this is clear, Ganesh. Let me know if still having any queries. Okay. My question is s2 dot dictionary. What would be the output here? Abhishek is saying all. All. You think first name, last name, training, and location. Ganesh is saying correctly. Madhuri is saying wrongly. Okay, that is the reason why I have mentioned the example here. Okay, let me run this. Instance variables means they are for that variable only. I mean, they are for that object only, not for every object. That we have to remember. If you are declaring an instance variable, that is up to that instance only. It will not automatically apply to another instances. Instance means one object that we know, right? So in the previous class we discussed like a Ganesh is one object, Harini is one object, Tarun is one object, like that, right? So here S is one object. For S, what are the values I am assigning? What are the variables I am declaring for S? They belongs to only S only. Okay. If I declare another variable S2, for S2 there will be separate set of variables. Okay. So if I want to understand this program, you can understand this way. If looks like some people are still in confusion, so let me explain you again. So I have a class here, class student. Okay, I have a constructor. In the constructor, I declare two variables. I have another method, set course. Okay, in this one, I have a another variable. Done. My declaration part is done. Now I'll come to usage part. In the line number 11, I'm declaring one object s equals to student. Whenever I'm declaring an object, constructor method will be executed. This will be executed. Self dot first name, self dot last name. Here self means s. So s dot first name equals to slc, s dot last name equals to training. Okay, till line number 11, that is the situation. S dot first name I have, S dot last name I have. Next, line number 12 will be executed. In the line number 12, what I'm doing, I'm calling set course method. So set course method will be triggered. In this method, what I'm doing self dot course equals to Python. Self means s only. S dot course equals to Python. So I got three variables in my s object. Next, line number 13 is a comment line, so this will not be executed. Next, line number 14 will be executed. S dot location equals to Hyderabad. So here s means one more variable will be added to the object s. Next, I'm saying print s dot dictionary. So all the variables which are available so far will be considered and they will be printed. Okay, line number 16 is empty. Line number 17, s2 equals to student. I'm creating another object for the student class. So whenever object is getting created, what happens? Constructor will be executed. So this is the constructor for me. So this will be executed. Here what I have done, self dot first name, self dot last name. I am initializing two variables, two instance variables. So S2 will contain first name and last name. Here I am printing dictionary of S2. So I'll get the first name and last name. Say for example, I said S2 dot first name equals to Kamal. Okay. S2 dot maybe qualification equals to MCA. If I mention like this, if I run, what happens now? What happens now? See, first name is replaced here in S2. In S2, first name is replaced here. Last name is training. I did not update, so it is same. Next, I added one more variable, S2 dot qual. S2 qual dot MCA came here. Okay, so if you observe both S1 and S2, S1 is having different variables with different values. S1 is having different variables with different variables. Okay, can we write a class without using constructor but only with a instance variable? No. So do you want to try this? If you don't have a constructor, how can we create a object? Ganesh question is like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. So okay, this way you want to do. Without constructor means Ganesh, is it your question? Yes. Okay, then fine. You got the answer also, right? You got the answer, Ganesh? Okay, good. So if you want to provide any initialization, then only constructor is required. If you don't want any initialization, no constructor is required. But actually, even if you don't write any constructor, in the background, Python will write one default constructor. Of course, it won't write any initialization statements. With empty constructor, one empty constructor will be created in the background. Fine. So any questions about instance variables? How to create instance variables, where to declare instance variables? We have seen three different cases: declaring a variable under constructor, declaring a variable under instance method, declaring using object. Okay. Okay. We can delete variables also. I mean, instance variables. We can delete the instance variables also. That is possible. How to do that? So, for example, at the end, okay, at the end, I'll say del s2 dot qual print s2 dot underscore underscore dictionary. What happens now? This removed qualification MCA. This removed qualification MCA. Okay. Here, how to delete a variable? Deleting variable from an object. If you want to delete one variable from one object, you can say delete space object name dot variable name. If you say like this, that specific variable will be removed. I didn't get your question, Ganesh. Can we initialize values using instance variable also? Yes, we can. You mean this one? S is the instance variable only, right? So S is nothing but your instance variable or object. Using instance variable also, we have created the variable, right? Guys, you understand uh, what is an instance variable and how to declare instance variable and how to use it? Let me write one more class uh, one more program for your better understanding. Say variable to say class emp. Okay, define underscore underscore init. I'll say self dot, or I'll pass some values here. So id and name, for example. I'll pass two variables here. Okay, done. Self dot emp id equals to id. Self dot emp name equals to name. Okay, I got this time I declared one constructor with parameters. Okay, I'll write one more method. Display. Okay, say print self dot employee id, print self dot emp name. Also I'll print one more statement, employee details. Okay, good. I got a class emp, I got a constructor, I got a instance method here. How can I say it's an instance method? Because I'm using self here. Okay, so here define init method, I'm declaring one constructor here with two parameters. I don't have to provide with parameters also, but in the previous example I have hard coded some values here. Instead of hard coding, I want to pass some values here, so that for each object we will be having different data. Okay, now this is my class declaration. I got the class. Now what I'll do is I will create an object. Say e1 equals to emp. Okay, till here any questions? Can I do like this? Okay, if I say e1 dot display, what happens? e1 dot display, what is the output I'll get? Sorry, I got exception. Why I got the exception? Because in the constructor I declared two variables, but I did not pass the variables here. Okay, so let me pass the variables. 1212 is employee id, like slc python is the employee name. Okay, say if I run this program now, what happens? Run variable 2. Say I got the output like this. Employee details 1212 slc python. How it is printing the values? So when line number 11 gets executed, what happens? When the line number 11 gets executed, 1212 will be passed to id. SLC Python will be passed to name. Okay, we are declaring two variables here, employee ID and employee name. For employee ID variable, I am passing the ID 1212. For employee name, I am passing the SLC Python. SLC Python will be passed to employee name. So I got two variables, two instance variables, and I have assigned some values to it. Done. Up to line number 11. So after that, I'm calling display method e1 dot display. I'm calling the display method. So what happens here when I'm calling line number 12, 7, 8, 9 lines will be executed. So first this line will be executed, employee details. So I got the employee details printed here. Next I'm printing self dot employee ID. When I said self, what happens? E1, it will consider the E1. E1 dot employee ID. That will be 1212. Next, print self dot emp name, SLC Python. So SLC Python will be printed here. Okay. So any doubts in this program? No. Okay. Set course is instance method, Ganesh. Is it clear to everyone? Guys, if you are responding, then only I can understand whether you are getting it or not. Please respond. Okay, this is clear, right? So the point I'm trying to stress here is, say for example, I'll take another variable, another object, e2 1010. Okay, demo. Okay, now e2 dot display. What happens here? For the line number 14, what would be the output? For line number 14, 1010 and demo will be the output. Here I am stressing repeatedly, you have to remember E1 is one object, E2 is one object. E1 is, we can say instance or object, both are same. E1 is separate instance and object. E2 is a separate instance or object. Okay, both are having two variables, employee ID, employee name. For E1 we have 1212 SLC Python as values. For E2 we have 1010 demo as values. Okay, instance variables means those variables values will be differing from object to object. If you understand that point, we are good with uh, these examples so far we discussed. Okay, is it clear? Can I go forward? Yes, Ashwini, Priyanka, yes, we can if you want. Here, if you want, yes, print e1 dot employee name. Okay, I am trying to print. Yes, once you have the object ready, all the variables of that object are available for you. You can use any way. Okay, if you want to use it for any calculation, yes, you are allowed to do it. Here, SLC Python is printed one more time. Okay, so once the object is ready, the variables are available. If you want to print, if you want to perform any calculations, you are absolutely allowed. Okay, if you want to use them in another instance method, you have to use with a self dot like that. Okay, everyone is with me, or anyone is feeling difficulty to understand this one? Please let me know so that I'll move forward. Clear? Okay, good. Next variable we need to understand is static variable or class level variable. Okay, static variable or class level variable. Instance variables are specific to an object. Class variables are common to all the objects. Okay, they are class level. Okay, for your reference, I'm writing these points. No, they are not like standard statements. Class level variables, I can say class level variables. Okay, I can say common for all the instances. All the instances. Okay, if you want to have one variable which can be used among all the objects, then you can declare one static variable. You can declare one static variable. Okay, so instance variables are specific to object only, that we have seen some examples. Okay, one variable you want to keep it common for all the objects, then we can go for static variables or class variables. Okay, there is no big thing to declare. We will declare this variable just above or just out of the methods, out of the constructor or out of the methods only. That's it. When you want to use it, you have to use it by class name dot variable name, like that we have to use. Okay, let me write one example so that it will give you more better understanding. So I'll say what let me add new Python file, variable static variable, for example static variable example 1. Okay, this is important, guys. Please put some focus. Okay, let me write one first demo class. One demo class I'll write. class demo, for example. Okay. Next, I'll declare one variable a equals to 10, for example. Done. Okay. Define init self dot b equals to 20. Okay. Here, what is instance method? What is static method? I mean, what is instance variable? What is static variable? Okay. The variable which is declared using self object, that is nothing but the instance variable. The variable which is outside, which is not referring to self, this is the class variable, or this is the static variable. Ganesh, I'm taking your question. Instead of display method, can we use individually? Yes. In the previous example I have shown, right, we can use anyway. Okay, based on your need. If required, you write the function. If you don't require, you don't have to write the function. That way you have to think. You have to understand what are the different ways I can use it. Based on that, you plan your work. Like if you have some statements you want to reuse multiple times, you go for the method creation. Or only one time you want to use something, just you can directly write. Okay, that way you have to think. Okay, so how to declare a static variable? Static variable, this is static variable, this is instance variable. Okay, how to use them? How to use them? Say d equals to demo, for example. D equals to demo, for example. Print d dot a. Print d dot b. D dot b. If I run this, what is the output I'll get? Run this program. 10 and 20. This is pretty much straightforward, right? There is no complexity here. Okay, for variable a, I can do one more way, like demo dot a. Both will work for us. Okay, so I can call static variable using class name or using object name. Both ways are fine in Python. So you can use it in both the ways. Both the ways it will be referred. Okay. So what is the advantage, or how a static variable differs from instance variable? That we need to understand. How a static variable differs from an instance variable, that we need to understand. Okay. How do we do that? How do we do that? Yeah. Yes, we can call with class name also, Madhuri. We can call with object name also for static variables. But instance variables, self dot variables, instance variables, you cannot call with the class name. You have to create an object, and using object only we can call them. Okay. Okay. I got. Let me do this way. Maybe I'll write one method. We'll try different combinations if you don't understand. I'll write one display method. Okay. Say print a comma a, for example, like demo dot a. Okay. Next, print b comma self dot b. I'm trying one way to provide you some understanding about difference between static and instance variable. D2 equals to demo, or shall I try in a different? Okay, let me write a better example. Say for example, class. One student class is there. Okay, so I'm trying to give you a better example. That's why I'm thinking much about this one. Say name equals to name, for example. Okay, name. Self dot course equals to course. Okay, course. Okay, assume that I have a variable like this. College equals to SLC. Yeah, let us make it simple. So uh, it's pretty much straightforward. Like these are instance variables. We know that instance variables. This is static variable. This is static variable. Okay. Now I'll create an object like S1 equals to student. Student, say Tarun. Okay. Course Python. Okay. This is pretty much clear. S2 equals to student, say Ganesh. Okay. And say for example Azure, he is learning Azure. Okay, I got two objects. Let me take one more object, S3. Say Rajesh. Okay, I got three students, three instances, three objects. Okay, but all the three objects are having three variables. What are the three variables? They are having name variable, they are having course variable. On top of it, they can access the college variable also. Okay, they got college variable also. Okay, so let me print the details of each student here. Okay, print student details. I'm printing here. Say print uh, name, comma s1 dot name, s1 dot name. Again, course comma s1 dot course. I can print, right? Next, college. Okay, college comma. Here I got a two ways. Using two ways, I can refer the college. I can say s1 dot college or student dot college also. Both will work. So let me write student dot college. COLLEGE. Okay. Now what I'll do is let me copy this statement, print it for three times. Okay, for S2 and S3. Done. S2, S3, S2, S3. Till here, I don't see any difference. Till here, I don't see any difference. This is same like how we are using the static variables. See here, I got a name Tarun, course Python, college SLC. Name Ganesh, course I got it, college I got it. So I got the different values here. Okay, just for differentiation, I'll put some columns here. Okay, here also let me put some columns. Now guys, before printing I'll write one statement. Say s2 dot college, s2 dot college equals to software learning center. I did this. What happens now? What happens now? What is the output I'm going to get now? Any guess? Before printing student details, I'm trying to modify college variables value for one object. For one object, I'm trying to change. For S2 object, actually. What happens? For S2, will I get software learning center as the output, or will I get SLC only for all the college fields for everyone? College is the same, or for every three options for everyone is it SLC? For everyone is it Software Learning Center? Or only for S2 it will become Software Learning Center? We can't modify static variables, Harini. Static won't change, so SLC is printed. Okay, let me run it. Let me run it. See what I got here. I got SLC, SLC, SLC. It's not changed. Okay, let me write another way now. I'll say here instead of S2, I'll say student.college. Student.college. Slight difference is there comparing to other programming languages here. What happened here? What happened here? When I used s2.college, there is no difference. I didn't see it's not updated anywhere. Okay. When I said student.college, what happened here? College name for all the students got changed. Okay. So uh, uh, this example is clear to everyone. I want to write one more example for static. Just to give you more clarity, I want to write one more example for the static. Variable static. Okay, let me, before writing also I can explain the same thing. Guys, in memory, we have two things. Okay, static memory and heap memory. Static memory and heap memory. All the values related variables will be stored in the static memory. All the values related variables will be stored in the static memory. All the reference related variables will be stored in the heap memory. So the references will be stored in the heap and the actual values will be stored in the another memory. Okay, so how to understand this one is, so assume that this is static memory. Okay, this is static. Okay, this is non-static memory, heap memory or whatever memory. This is non-static, or let me write a different way. Okay, when your program is getting executed, all the static variables will be referred commonly. Okay, that means one slot will be allocated like this. Okay, this slot, I'll name it as a college name, for example. In my program I have a college variable as a static variable. Okay, and I have initialized that to SLC. I have initialized that to SLC. Fine. Next, I have created three objects. Three objects I have created. Object 1, object 2, object 3 I have created. Three objects are there. Objects names are like this. This is S1, this is S2, this is S3. Three objects I have. Okay. For each object, I have two variables. For each object, I have two variables. Okay. First, name, right? Name and course. I think name and the course. Let me write this way. If you understand this, you are good with static variables and name and course, name and course, name and course. Okay. For S1, I provided one name and course. For S2, I provided name and course. For S3 also, I provided name and course. They are belongs to only those objects only. They are specific to that objects only. College, I provided as a static variable. So that means this is common to all the this is common to all. This is not coming. Okay, this is common to all the objects. Okay, After executing few statements, after executing some statements in my program, I have renamed this. Instead of SLC, I renamed this to XYZ, for example. Say XYZ, XYZ. So what happens now? For S1, for S2, for S3, college name will become XYZ only. It will become XYZ only. That is a common variable. That is common variable to all the objects. That is why we can say it's a static variable, and also we can say it's a class level variable. This is a little topper level comparing to the objects. Is it clear to everyone? So if you are making any changes to a static variable using the class name, class dot static variable, if you are changing anywhere, if you are changing, that will affect all the objects data. That will affect all the objects data. Okay. So let me write one more example to make it more clear. Okay. I'll take a similar example only. Class student only. I'll take student. I don't want to take initial. Okay, let me take initialization method. Def init. Okay. Okay. Self dot name. Okay. Let me write this way. By seeing, you may not see it meaningful, but if you understand this program, you are good with this one. SLC. Okay. Student dot college equals to college name. If you understand this program, you're 100% good with the static variables and the instance variables. Okay, now what I'll do is S1 equals to student of Ganesh. I'm using random names, don't mind, friends. Say XYZ, I'll say. Next, S2 equals to student dot with Arun, comma PQR. Okay, say S3 equals to student of Vikumar, comma ABC. Now I'll print the data. Print S1 dot name student dot college. Okay, same thing I print for S2, S3. Let me change it here. S2, S3. Okay, now tell me what is the output I'll get. Any guess now? If you guess correctly, sorry, yeah, call is correct. Yeah, if you guess correctly, I have written wrong spelling here, but I maintain the consistency, so it's not a problem. So if you can guess it correctly, you understand the concept of static. You understand this diagram. Okay, what is the output for this one? Come on, guys, respond, please. College name is SLC. XYZ PQR ABC. Next, only few people are responding. Only people whose names I have used here, they are only responding. It's not only for them, it's for everyone. College is SLC. Ganesh XYZ, Tarun PQR, Kumar ABC. That is one guess. So you did not understand the concept properly. Okay, so now I have declared the class. I got the constructor. I got one static variable. Good. Okay. In the line number 7, I am declaring one object. What happens here? I'm declaring one object. So when I declare an object, it will go to the constructor. Ganesh will go to name. Okay. XYZ will go to college name. Okay. Now here I'm saying self dot name equals to name. That means for S1 object, name will become Ganesh. Okay. And next, student dot college, I'm saying student dot college means this variable. This variable will become XYZ. This variable will become XYZ. Now S2 I'm creating. Tarun will go here. PQR will go here. Okay. Name is Tarun. The static variable college will become PQR. At the last, Kumar will be there, Kumar, and the college name is ABC. So Kumar and college name will be the ABC. Okay. Till now, I did not print any value here. Till now, I did not print any value here. Here I am printing s1.name. S1.name is Ganesh. Student.college. What is the student.college name? What is the recent value? Recent value is ABC. Okay. Static memory is common for everyone. I'm sorry, I'm running the wrong program. Run variable static. See here what I got here. Ganesh ABC, Tarun ABC, Kumar ABC. Student.college is common for all the objects. If you make change from one object, it will be affected. So if you are continuously changing it, the recent change will be available here. Okay. So everyone got why it came ABC, and is it clear to everyone? So what is the recent change here? Recent change is college, right? Everyone got it, right? So now I'll make a small change to this program. This is very important, guys. You have to think in a programmatical way only. Theory, anyone can remember the theory, but you have to understand the program. They are very much straightforward, right? Line by line. So whenever the class is there, you just keep it. It's a definition. Start from the after class. Whatever the consumption area is there, go there. Line by line, you try to understand each word. After a statement, which statement will be executed, that flow you try to understand. Okay. Now tell me, what is the output? Is it the same output, or will I get a different output? Ganesh XYZ, Tarun PQR, Kumar ABC. Different. College name will be changing. Exactly. If you understand that part, see here. By the time of line number 7's execution, college name is XYZ. So when I'm referring student.college, that is XYZ only. By the time of execution of line number 9, college name will become PQR. Next, it will become ABC. So the difference, I hope you got it now. Instance variables are only specific to that object. Static variables are common among all the objects. Okay. So, okay, let us try one more example. Okay, I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm trying to give you more clarity about this area. Okay, I want to give you more clarity. That's why I'm trying to write different examples. Variable static 3. I'm happy with the answers of the previous program, so I'm trying another example. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Let me write one more statement here. S1 dot college. S2 dot college. S3 dot college. Now tell me what is the output.
S1 dot college with the SLC, sir.
Okay. For S2 dot college.
for everything S1, S2, and S3, it will be SLC, whereas student.college would be changing like XYZ, PQR, and ABC.
Everyone agrees with that output? Everyone agrees with Madhuri? Any other options? If you agree, I'll run the program. If you provide any other options, we'll have a discussion. Okay, let me run it. What happened here? Why I got like this? Everyone is wrong. Okay, let me do one more thing. Okay, this output is clear, right? We'll have a discussion about this. Okay, our understanding is different, the actual output is different. Everyone agrees with that one, I think. Okay, let me make one more small change. I'll comment this line. I will comment this line, and what I'll do is maybe I'll write here outside of the class dot college equals to Kamal's college. Maybe I have one college. Assume like that. I don't have a college. Now, what would be the output? If I run this, everywhere Kamal is coming. This also I don't like. I'll remove this statement. Now I run the program again. I'm getting SLC everywhere now. What is happening here? I'll write one more statement. Actually, this is what I want to show you. So software learning center. Okay. In the diagram, I could have shown you. What is happening? I tried so many different combinations. Okay, I tried different combinations. The point to remember is it doesn't matter from where you are updating the static variable. It will reflect to all the objects. It will reflect to all the objects. Okay. College name is changing in before line, so print function is taking the same value. Yes, correct. Okay. Am I missing any case? Do you think any different scenario we can test? I'm open. If you suggest any other scenario, if we are missing, we can try that. Okay, one scenario we can try. Okay, say for example, yeah, after this line, I'll say maybe I can copy this. Okay, s1 dot even with object name also. Can you understand the difference now? What is the difference that happened now and previously? to make it clear, let me rewrite the program. So I just want to make sure you're understanding what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so everyone knows that if I say print, instead of writing everything, shall I try like this? Static variables will also come, right? No, dictionary is not giving static variables. Okay, let me write the name s1 dot college. Okay, fine. Let me declare one more object, s2 equals to student, say Ramesh, pqr. I don't have to pass actually because I'm not updating anywhere. I don't have to pass the pqr, but let me write this way: print s1 dot name, sorry, s2 dot name, s2 dot name, s2 dot college, student dot college. Okay, I want to write this statement also. Okay, I know what is the output here. I know what is the output I'm going to get here. So I got SLC, SLC. I got SLC, SLC only. Fine. Because we have college name as SLC and that is the static. And we are not updating here. If you update here, we'll get the latest value. Okay, we are good with that. Now I'll make a small change, guys, here. S1 dot college equals to, I'll say demo. Okay. Next, student dot college equals to demo 2. Okay, what I'm trying to do here, s1 dot college equals to demo, student dot college equals to demo 2. What happens now? For instance related static variable, I'm providing demo. For class level, I'm changing to demo 2. If I run this, you can see the difference here. For student s1, it is named as Ganesh. S1 dot college is demo, student dot college is demo 2, student dot college is demo 2. Okay, in the next line, s2 dot name, it is Ramesh, demo 2 and demo 2. Okay, you got the difference. If you are updating for only s1 dot college, is it updating the static variable? Is it updating the static variable? Here, I want to highlight one point. That is the reason why I'm writing different combinations. Yes, I got it. Okay. So the point here you have to understand is, we understand that if you are updating student dot college, class name dot static variable name, it will be reflecting for every object. That is clear for everyone. Okay, say for example, if I say s1 dot college equals to demo, s1 dot college equals to demo. So for one object with the same name, with the static variable name, if I'm assigning a new value, what happens? This new value will be assigned to here in this variable? No, actually. What happens is, when you say s1 dot college, it's not the static variable college. It's another variable. It's an instance variable that is created for s1 object. Okay, because you have provided the same name, it has taken, but actually it is a s1 related instance object. I mean instance variable. Okay. Anyhow, this kind of scenario will not come in our daily programming. Okay, just to confuse you and to give you more examples, I have written like that. So the nutshell, the point here is, we will have only one copy of a static variable. We will have only one copy of a static variable for n number of objects. You remember this diagram. From anywhere you update this one, it will be updated Next time when an object is using, the latest value will be referred. The latest value will be served. Okay, that is a point you have to remember. So we'll write one more small program and conclude this static thing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll create one maybe one counter variable. So counter equals to 0. Okay, what I'll do is, okay, for now I don't want this one also. Okay, what I'll do here is in the object student dot counter equals to student dot counter plus 1. I said like this. That's it. So if I create an object, s2 equals to student, s3 equals to student, I'm creating n number of objects. If I print student dot counter, what I'll get? I'll get 3 as my output. See, 3 times I have created an object. Whenever an object gets created, I am incrementing the counter variable. So if I want to get how many objects are created for my class, I can have a statement like this. I can declare one static variable and I can increment the counter so that I can see how many objects are available. Okay, not only to finding number of objects, if something you want to use for a common purpose, you want to keep something common, like maybe they are all customers for you. It is a medical shop application, for example. Paracetamol tablets are there. You have 1,000 tablets available in your stock. Okay, whenever one customer comes, okay, he will ask for some x number of tablets. Okay, let me write the program for that. Okay, med plus, I'll say I have a med plus class. Okay, what I'll do here is I'll write one method, define say get tablets count. Okay, so I'll say medplus dot counter equals to medplus dot counter minus count. That's it. Okay, so now if I create one object, so m1 equals to medplus. Okay, this is one customer. One customer came to me. He asked for paracetamol tablets. M1 dot get tablets 10. Okay, so I can do one thing here. Say like print available tablets medplus dot counter. See, again after providing the tablets also, I'll write the statement again. Okay, one customer came to me. He asked for 10 tablets. Done. Over. He left. Again another customer came. M2 equals to medplus. Okay, M2 is an object for the new customer. So I'll take his phone number, I'll take his name, whatever the details I want to take, I'll take it. Then I'll ask him how many tablets you want. 20 tablets he wants, for example. I'll give him 20 tablets. Okay, again M3 dot M3 equals to medplus. M3 dot get tablets of 30. Okay, so this way, if you see here, after first customer came, he has taken 10 tablets. So from 1000 stock 1000, 10 tablets should be reduced. Next time 20 should be reduced. Next time 30 should be reduced. If I run this, see here, every time I'm reducing the tablets. Available tablets are 1000. After first customer left, 990 are there. Next available tablets are 990. After second customer left, 970 are there. So third customer 970 are there, 940 it became 940. Okay, so if you understand the difference, here the static variable which is common for all the users, all the objects. So if you want to update one specific common thing, we have to use it. Of course here, if you are logically good, for a simplification of example I have written like this, but you have to check here. So how many tablets are available here, and is it matching with the counter? I have only 100 tablets, and customer asked for 200 tablets. I can't process, right? Here you have to write one statement. If count is less than counter, then only proceed. Otherwise, you don't proceed. Like that also you can write the conditions here. Okay. So is it clear? You okay? I'll make this as a proper example after a while. But for now, my intention is you should understand what is a static variable and what is the purpose of the static variable and the difference between static variable and instance variable. So for that part, is it clear to everyone, or you got any questions or any doubts? Please let me know.